customer asked for a refund last night. Hi, I'd like to send the snowboard back. It's the wrong size. By this morning, there was already a reply waiting. Warm. It pulled up the real order. It explained exactly how to start the return. I didn't write it, and I was asleep when it happened. And here's the part that matters. It never touched my money. No refund was issued. It wrote the reply and stopped, right where a human should take over. That reply cost about 3 cents. By the end of this video, you'll have built the exact thing that wrote it. No code. Let me be honest about what this is, because returns are the scary one to automate. We are not building something that refunds people automatically. We're building an assistant that watches your support inbox for a return request, looks up the real order, checks it against your return policy, and writes a reply for you to approve. The money, the actual refund, stays a human click, always. That one rule is the whole video. The reason returns feel too risky to hand to a bot is that a bot might give money away. So we simply don't let it. It drafts, you decide. You'll wire this up in one sitting and you don't need to know how to code. Here's the whole machine on one screen before we touch anything. If you saw the last 2 builds, this'll look familiar. Same 4 boxes, pointed at a new problem. 1. Catch the request. A return email lands and Make sees it. 2. Find the order. We look the customer up and pull their most recent order. 3. Check it against policy. Claude reads the order and your return rules and writes a reply that fits them. 4. Draft, don't refund. It lands as a draft for you to approve. And it never issues the refund itself. That's the entire thing. Everything today is connecting those 4 boxes in order. First, Make needs to see the return email the moment it arrives. The clean way to do this is a thing. Make calls a mailhook. A mailhook is just an email address. Make hands you, a private inbox that Make is always watching. When something lands in it, your workflow wakes up. In Make you start a new scenario. That's just their word for a workflow. And the first module is webhooks, custom mailhook. Copy the address it gives you exactly. Then in Gmail, forward your support mail to that address. Send yourself a test, watch it land in Make, and the trigger's done. One small thing that'll save you a headache: activate the scenario before you send the test or the email arrives with nothing listening. Now we look the customer up. This is where a reply stops sounding like a robot, because a good return answer needs the real order in front of it. We take the sender's email address and we search Shopify for that customer. Then we take the customer's ID, the top level one, and we pull their most recent order. One quick catch that trips people up in Make: the customer ID field starts as a dropdown, so you flip its map toggle first, or you'll accidentally hardcode one customer forever. What comes back is the order number, the date it was placed, and its status, plus a link to the order's status page. Notice what does not come back: a tracking number. The module simply doesn't give us one. That matters in the next step. This is the heart of it. We add a Claude module, and what we're really writing is the prompt, the instructions that tell Claude who it is and, more importantly, what it's allowed to say. A good returns prompt is short and strict. Tell Claude who it is, the voice of your store, tell it the tone, warm, clear, never defensive. Then give it the rules that actually matter: your return window, what qualifies, what doesn't, and feed it the real order we just pulled: the number, the date, the status. Now here's the line that makes this safe. We tell Claude in plain English: use only the data in front of you. Do not promise a refund amount. Do not invent a tracking number. You don't have one. If the order is outside the return window, don't approve it. Explain the policy kindly and hand it to a human. That instruction is the difference between an assistant you trust and one that costs you money. Claude's written the reply. What do we do with it? 2 safety nets, and I want you to keep both. The first, it lands as a draft. It drops into a drafts folder for you to read before it goes. 5 seconds a glance instead of 5 minutes writing from scratch. The second, and this is the one that lets you sleep: there is no refund step in this build. None. Look at the scenario. Make catches the email, finds the order, Claude writes, Gmail drafts. The refund button in Shopify is never touched. Even on the day you trust the replies enough to let them send automatically, the money still stays your decision. Build trust first, and even then, keep the one thing that matters in human hands. Let's run a real one. I'm sending a return request to the support address right now. Hi, I'd like to return the snowboard I bought a couple weeks ago. It's the wrong size. How do I send it back? Watch make. The mailhook catches it. The lookup finds the customer, then pulls the order. Right there, order number, the date, paid, and fulfilled. Claude reads it against the policy and writes back. A warm note. It confirms the order, it walks them through starting the return, and it points them to their order status page. It lands in the draft folder, ready for one click. No refund issued. Total time, a few seconds. Total cost, about 3 cents. I'm not going to sell you a fairy tale. Know exactly where this should stop. Outside the return window, it should not approve a late return just because someone asked. The prompt has to hold that line, and a human confirms the exceptions. Damaged or wrong items, that needs a photo and a person looking at it, not an auto reply. Chargebacks and disputes, never automate those. Route them straight to you untouched. And the big one, worth repeating, this never issues the refund. It drafts a reply. A person approves the money every single time. Get those boundaries right, and this handles the routine 80% while you keep the judgment calls. Let's talk numbers because they're a little silly. The AI to read a return and draft a reply costs around 3 cents. Compare that to the usual answer, a support VA at somewhere near $2,000 a month. On a small store, pennies per reply wins every time. And the AI has one feature no VA does. It literally cannot refund the wrong order because we never gave it the ability to. Cheaper and safer. So look at what you've got. A mailhook that catches the return request. A lookup that pulls the real order. Claude that checks it against your policy and writes the reply. And a draft step that keeps you in control, with the refund itself always in your hands. 4 boxes, same machine as before, pointed at the ticket every store dreads. Here's your one job before the next video. Don't build the whole thing today. Just write the rule. Open a note and write the one line. Never approve a refund, always draft for a human. That sentence is the spine of the whole build. Once you've written it in your own words, wiring it up is the easy part. If you want the returns prompt I used, the approve first one with the never refund rule already in it, it's free at AnvilHQ.co, link in the description. Grab it, paste it in, swap in your store's return window. And if this made returns feel less scary, subscribe, because next time we point this same machine at one more problem worth automating. Go write the rule. I'll see you in the next one.